Welcome to Whole Nation. In preparation for Knoxville, this episode has Parker Medley, who's going to tell us all the great things that there are to do in the Knoxville area. And we have Shot of the Week with Chris Evans and Katie Matthews, who's going to demonstrate a new mind reading application. It's going to be really cool. You're going to love that. And on Cornstalk, we sit down with CO, Commissioner, and Marine Scott Melby. And we wrap it all up with pictures from the Beloit Major. Lots of great stuff to get into, so why don't you say we get right into it. Welcome to Whole Nation.
Ladies and gentlemen, the show is about to begin.
Whole Nation is heading to Knoxville.
Welcome to Whole Nation. I'm your host, Rich Pyle. We are here in Knoxville, Tennessee with my boy Parker Medley from Visit Knoxville. Parker, welcome to Whole Nation.
Hi, glad to be here. Glad you guys are here in Knoxville. And, I wish the weather was a little bit better, but we're going to have some great cornhole no matter what.
So if I was a guy that was bringing my family to a cornhole major or even possibly another Worlds at some point, what are some of the attractions that I could take my family to in the area?
You know, it's very fortunate to have great facilities in a great town, whatever you're really looking for. We're super pet friendly, have a bunch of breweries in town, great food. So great outdoors. We're on the foothills of the Smoky Mountains if you want to get out and hike, and Dollywood if you want to take your kids to attractions and ride roller coasters, all within an hour's drive from here. So really whatever type of experience you're looking for, whatever you're into, it's available here in Knoxville.
You had me at brewery in Dollywood's Mountains.
Yes. Well, I would say the best part about our convention center is it's located right downtown. One of the things we pitch to a lot of people is you can park your car and you don't have to move it, which they love. Within a block from here, you're in our wonderful Market Square, which has some nice entertainment going on, a bunch of restaurants within a square mile of downtown. Last time I checked, we were over 70 restaurants, so whatever type of food you're really looking for, you can get that down there as well. And you can even come around. Our convention center sits on the grounds of the 1982 World's Fair, which some people don't know that we host, and check out our iconic Sun Sphere, which sits at the base of the convention center here and kind of relive some of the glory of 1982.
Is that giant disco ball thing that's outside the...
That is, and it gives you a 360 view of Knoxville. It's a wonderful attraction that we have, and it's just something that when you're driving in, you see and say, what is that? I really want to go up there, and we are fortunate enough to still be able to do that. Hope you guys got a little interest of Knoxville. You can go to visitknoxville.com if you want to know a little bit more stuff going on there. How many breweries are going on there? What's the newest? What's the latest and greatest? Or can I bring my dog there? Yes. We have the answers to anything on our website, visitknoxville.com. Definitely check it out, and hope to see all of you guys in Knoxville sooner than later.
So if you have any pets that like to drink beers at the brewery, bring them to Knoxville. Have them see Parker here. He's got a special bowl for him.
Come say hi and let me pet your pup. I'd love to.
That sounded a little weird, Parker.
Yeah, that did sound a little weird. I'm going to have to cut that one out.
On this segment of Shot of the Week, we get to test out a new mind-reading app that allows us to hear what Chris Evans is thinking against Katie Matthews. Let's listen in. Whoa, what a great blocker. Good luck, girl. What the? Okay, if I can put this right here. Oh, there we go. Back off, girl. Oh, hell no. What did I get myself into? Thank God. Did that just happen again? Oh, too far. Yes. Ah! Oh, great shot, Katie. I freaking hate cornhole. Never playing this again. Welcome to Whole Nation. I am your host, Rich Pyle, right here in South Bend. Where is my guest's home area? I can't say hometown because you don't really live here. Scott Melby. welcome to Whole Nation. What's going on, buddy?
Thanks, sir.
Well, I have to say it's your home area because you are the not just the CO, but the commissioner for this area, correct?
That's true. Heartland Commissioner for Indiana, Ohio, Michigan, and Kentucky. Yep.
That's got to be like the best area to be a commissioner for, isn't it?
We're the best conference in the country.
That's what I said. I don't even know the stats, but just because it's my area, it's got to be
I don't know the
best.
stats either.
Well, how long you been doing this then? How long you been were you a CO first or a commissioner first?
No, I've been a CO so long we didn't even have commissioners. I'm back to 2007 or 8 probably. So certified officials are what we have around the country. We have a couple of hundred certified officials that run the regional tournaments in their home city, home base. And we have conferences now. So for the most part, it's about 4 states or so, but the Heartland Conference, the Midwest Conference, Brian Jones, et cetera, et cetera. So there's only a few commissioners, and we, spitball big decisions on new seasons and whatnot.
So you take care. So it's kind of like a pecking order, right? So you got your CO, and then the commissioner that needs to take care of the issues of the CO, and then on up
corporate,
and then you get into the corporate. Yeah. So you've been doing this a long time then.
Yeah, I'm doing it a long time. I'm probably, I don't know when Jones came on, but I think Frank and Eric are probably the only 2 people in the ACO that have been around longer than I have, as far as running events and doing the stuff for the ACO. I would guess maybe LaBelle or Jones.
Oh,
but
yeah. So you did you were telling me earlier that you were doing some incredible tournaments, like bowls and things like that. Tell me a little bit about some of those things that you got to experience.
Yeah, kind of cool. We're in South Bend, and years ago, for a long time, the College Football Hall of Fame used to be in South Bend, and they would have an enshrinement weekend. I think it was in July every year. It's for the college football players going into the Hall of Fame. They would have a huge event, and there was a barbecue festival, and there's bands on stage. You have a huge stage set up, and this all goes on behind the College Football Hall of Fame, and they have a big AstroTurf football field back there, and we would run a cornhole tournament on a Friday afternoon in this. Mike and Mike from ESPN were there, and it was a really cool event. And we ran that for years before they moved the Hall of Fame to Atlanta. But the last year that we were doing, or one of the years, I don't think it was the last one, the guys from the Fiesta Bowl asked me to come out, asked me if I'd be interested in running tournaments in Arizona in January. I was like, yeah, I don't know. Of course. Yeah, I'll go to
Arizona,
Phoenix.
January? Yeah, I don't know.
I'll go to Phoenix. So ended up being a really cool thing, and the BCS title game was rotating. So one got to do the Fiesta Bowl several years, and 1 year got to do the BCS title game. So I got to hang out in Arizona for a couple of weeks, did the Fiesta Bowl, and then it was Cam Newton, Auburn, Oregon BCS title game. And 30 Seconds to Mars is on stage next to where we're playing cornhole. ESPN's got a huge booth right next to us. Just a really, really cool time. It's about a 20,000 person party that Tostitos would throw.
The Tostitos are on your plate. Let's get these freaking things going. Bands playing and tailgating and stuff.
I'm all for it. I'm all for being in Arizona in January.
Let's go. I'll go with you. We'll bring Whole Nation. You get it set up, I'll promise we'll bring Whole Nation.
Right?
Yeah? Reading through some of my notes here, I see that you were a Marine.
Yeah, Desert Storm Marine, 88 to 92.
Well, I want to say personally, thank you very much. I appreciate what you've done for our country.
Absolutely. Well, I enjoyed it. It was my job. Loved it. Would never take that back. It was. Went to Desert Storm with 3rd Battalion, 10th Marines, which is an artillery unit, 2nd Marine Division, and I've said 100 times that once the war was over, we basically sat there in the middle of nowhere in Kuwait for months, and you can only read so many books, and it was just, we had nothing. We didn't even have electricity. It was just me, Humvee, just hang out, had nothing to do. If we could have had this game in 1990, It would have been the best time killer, and we would have been so freaking good at this game playing all day, but we didn't. So I started kind of a project a couple of years ago, and I call it Simplify Cornhole, and trying to raise money to build a bunch of boards and get bags and boards. And the idea was we're going to take the boards and bags to Camp Lejeune. First time out, the plan was Camp Lejeune, North Carolina. We're going to drive all the boards and bags out there and then give them to, run a tournament there and then give them to at least a dozen different Marine units that tour out.
So if somebody wants to help be part of that, whether they can donate time or money or whatever they can do to help, how would they be able to get a hold of you to be able to do that, or this organization to do that?
Yeah, I appreciate that. It's Simplify Cornhole, which is SEMPERFI Cornhole, and we have a Facebook page that kind of outlines what we're doing. Got a couple of sets of boards that we're trying to make that are they've got the Marine Corps Eagle Globe and Anchor logo on them, and hope to be able to get more sets together for that. But yeah, Simplify Cornhole on Facebook. Can't find it for some reason, I'm ACO Indiana Cornhole or Scott Melby, so you can find me. I'd like to do it annually, honestly, because it's a cool thing to do.
Yeah, give it back to the people that help us be able to play cornhole.
Yeah, it's my way to give back. I don't have, I'm not, it's just a cool way to give back.
Because it means something personally to you.
Right, exactly.
On both aspects, both sides of it, the cornhole side and the military
Yeah,
side. Well, Scott, I appreciate you coming to the Whole Nation and spend some time with us. I know you got a lot of things going on. I mean, basically, like we said, this is you're the commissioner of this conference, so you got a huge tournament going on in there. Why don't you go in there and tell these guys to make sure that they send all the beer this way?
Yep, I'll let them know.
Thank you,
buddy.
Scott. Thanks for spending some time with us, and thanks for doing what you do for and what you have done for this great country.
Appreciate this.
Scott Milham, my boy. Thank you, everyone, for watching this episode of Whole Nation. We're going to wrap this up with some pictures from around the country. Keep watching. It could be a picture of you. I'm your host, Rich Pyle, reminding you that whether it's slick or sticky side down, you got to bring it.